Greetings. Welcome to my fourth kitchen video. I hope you watch the other three. Today we're going to be talking about kitchen gardens. I have in front of me what I just picked in the garden: parsley, kale. I like small, new kale. Then something you may be unfamiliar with. These are beets that have gone to seed because they overwintered in our garden. And they are nutritious and delicious seeds that have much in the way of minerals, antioxidants, and good for you fiber. And then hiding along with that is lavender. We grow both lavender and basil. And I've allowed some of the basil flowers to grow because edible flowers are good for you. Next, rosemary. You may be familiar with rosemary, but if you've never had fresh rosemary, please do yourself a favor and try fresh rather than dried rosemary. And then finally, I'd like to introduce you to sage. Our sage plant is now over 3 years old. It overwinters and it comes back luxuriously to the point where I've made sage and lettuce soup. I've made sage and broccoli and cabbage galore. If you nurture nature, she reciprocates luxuriously. We enrich the soil. We don't need to use much fertilizer. We get garden rains most of the time. Sometimes we do have a sprinkler in the evening or in the morning. We work in harmony with nature. This adds life to years and years to life. I'm Dr. J on behalf of Nature's Alkaline Way and Nature's Pharmacy, and I'd like to introduce you to a few of the other herbs that we have right here on the shelf in the kitchen behind me. We have the following. Smoked paprika. Paprika is fine, but organic smoked paprika, it adds a little bit of heat, but not too much to your meal. This happens to be curry spice. It could be garam masala. Almost every cuisine around the world has a combination of spices that are nutritious and delicious, and we just keep them in glass to keep them fresher. We tend to buy in bulk. It's economical, and you can get more nutritious, delicious, fresher herbs and spices. You may not be able to see this too clearly, but this is the seeds of a mustard plant. Mustard seeds are very interesting, very rich in omega-6 essential fats, and has been used as a traditional medicinal for millennia in certain cultures. Then we have saffron. A little bit of saffron goes a long way to add delight to the meal. And then we make our own wasabi. Wasabi from a powder. You can make it in the traditional way, or you can make it in the modern way, but you can make it nutritious, delicious, and more flavorful, and more nutritious in the sense of liberating the minerals, the cofactors, the digestive aids, all of which are so important. So keep herbs fresh, keep herbs and spices and seasonings available. I like to be able to see them while I'm cooking because I'm more likely to use them if I can see them. So we have, as you can tell, an open kitchen design. This allows us to go from the cooking pot to the table easily. I enjoy nourishing and feeding my friends and myself. And I enjoy going out into the kitchen garden to get these kinds of herbs on a daily basis. A little from the garden is worth a lot in the cooking pot. A lot in terms of aroma, in terms of digestibility, in terms of improving your digestion and microbiome, improving your biodetoxification, because guess what? We're living in the hazardous 21st century. Take a look at our book, Thriving in the 21st Century, if you'd like to go more deeply into the details. I want you to live and be well for a long, healthy health span, not just surviving, but thriving. And herbs and spices are very important to that process. So I'm Dr. J on behalf of this mission to make over your kitchen so that your food can be your medicine and your medicine can be your food as much of the time as possible. I always reach for nature before pharmacology. I'm a doctor. I want what is the safest, most effective, beneficial action for you. I came as a skeptic, but I'm now an advocate for what I have presented here today and for what it means for life. So be well, be happier, healthier, enjoy your kitchen more. It turns out to also be more economical to eat in season, to eat whole, to eat at home. Avoid restaurants and processed foods if at all possible. Now is the time to be proactive on your own behalf, to use herbs and spices to spice up the meal, but also to improve your metabolism and all that goes with it for life.